Hello guys, so welcome back to another session of Learning Unity with me. And from where we last left off, I was struggling getting the music to change after implementing the singleton design pattern for our game. So, yeah, so my issue is that it seems like by the time that when we're loading or executing this code, it seems as though, wait, let me see if I can take that off. I might, yeah, but like, sorry for that cutoff. But essentially, it was saying that my audio was null, so that it couldn't really play anything, which I guess that makes sense considering we did, like, even though I'm sorry, because I'm thinking so many things at the same time. Let me see if this works first, and then we can go off from there. No compiler issues. All right. Nope, it didn't change. But I do know this line of code does work, because when we switch it off like this, Control C, paste, and when we load, when we have it like this, it actually loads the game over music. So we know it does work. But my question is, why doesn't this load? I'm gonna see if we actually even enter here. I think we've tried this, but I kind of forgot. So let's go try it again. Yeah, so it does. So we do execute it, but it's saying that cannot play a disabled audio source. And from what I've seen online, the reason that it's saying that is because it's saying that it got deleted. Maybe the reference got deleted. I'm not sure. But my confusion arises when we execute this line of code. Like, why doesn't it say it for here as well? You know what I mean? My audio.clip. I wonder what is being disabled. Let's see if we can debug that. So we have Dead City music also. Alright. Yeah, so it does load it, but then by the time it reaches the play, it seems like you cannot play the disabled audio source. Actually, let me try something. Again, let me try this again, but go all the way till the end and see what happens. So yeah, it says the same thing. So let me see how the logic breaks down. So the first one doesn't get destroyed. It executes line 28 and it gets placed in a category that doesn't get destroyed upon loading. And then the next time it happens, another music player is instantiated, and then that music player gets deleted immediately. But we set it to false. And then you might be wondering why I had this. It's because, like, if we press the main menu after we died, or if we chose to try again after clicking on the from the game over scene, we do want to change the clip back to Dead City music. That's why I had it like that. There is probably a better way of doing that. Like, instead of putting it here, how about we do it at start? Because that's the next level of the life cycle. So we just do then we can actually do singleton here then. Oh no. We can inherit singleton script. And in singleton script, basically have the same thing here, right? And then we don't need this then. Then we can delete that and just delete this. And then we can also do something like private void load music. He's kind of simplified things a little bit. Let's see if it works. Seems like it works. There's no compiler issues. So what happens here is music player inherits the singleton script. So basically music player gets access to protected methods and public methods. Private methods aren't inherited. So by setting this to protected, we basically have this method in here. This is just to organize our code a little bit, and because of this, now we can call up singleton. You know, it's probably should be protected as well. I don't think it's necessary, but yeah. So basically, unless it calls in, because what I'm thinking, if I set it as private, then it should call on the parent's setup singleton method. I don't know. Let's see if it works. I didn't get any compiler issues, so play. We do get a null pointer. What's up with that? It says that load music is null. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Music player download music. CS22. Oh right, my bad. So my audio equals get component the audio source. There we go. And then not sure why it didn't load, but at least we know that we organized it and it still works, so that's a good sign. Yeah, so then we can basically reuse this script. I might need to generalize it a little bit more, like singleton object count. Or something like that. And then get type I would assume that you'd be getting this type. I didn't pay attention to it, so let me just see what happens in the hierarchy while this is happening. So yeah, it does work. No destroy and load. No music player. Oops. So now we got to focus on updating our music to the correct one. I noticed that it doesn't say what is it, that the my audio.play cannot play disabled music, but it doesn't even load the music. So now let's try out that thing that we did earlier, just to see if it even works, because if it doesn't, then yeah, something's wrong. Alright, so it does work. It does load up the right music. I'm just gonna keep that there for now. I wonder why it doesn't output like a warning or an error. Wait, so now let's try if it actually does load, because that might be the issue. Yeah, I don't know why this is causing so much errors. Let me see. The character used for underline is not available and for the asset zombie SDF. I think that's the font, right? But I'm not using an underline, so I don't know how that works. Yeah, I'm not using any fonts or underline. No underline. No underline. There's bold. Alright, let's undo that because I don't think it really changes anything. You actually do it in Canvas if you wanted to. Wow. I did not update that at all. Oh, alright, anyways, let's go back. Yeah, so not really sure what's happening there. Yeah, so getting that warning. But I wanted to test out the hello. It's not doing that. It's weird. Oh, because it's not being updated. Ah, gotcha. Makes sense. Before we had like a what was it? Wait, no, because what I'm thinking is that, you know, the music player script will be executed for each new scene. So because of that, it should be executing the next one, the next scene, and then it'll load the music. It basically check to see what the current scene is. Current scene dot name. Yeah, it's not updating. Let's look at the life cycle. Life cycle. So start. Yeah, it goes down. You know, let's do update. Happens during each frame. You're gonna essentially load music. I'm kind of worried that it'll just keep playing the music in loop. Alright, that's pretty bad. Ah, man, that sucks. Maybe we how do you overload, override, or override? Yeah, how to override in C#. Because I'm thinking that maybe we should do awake. But then if I do this, will it kind of overload this? Because I wanted to also do that along with whatever we have here. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. So I wanted to also use the parents method. Super keyword C#. For super keyword, we have the base keyword in C#. Super keyword in Java refers immediate parent class instance. It is used to differentiate the members of the superclass from the members of a subclass. And at the same time, it is used to invoke the superclass constructor from subclass. The base keyword is used to access constructors and methods of a base class. Use it within instance method. So how do we do it? So public class, show color, base. So you have to say base. So what I had in mind, because in Java there's this keyword called super, which calls on the inherited classes definition of that method. So we also want to do that as well. Base dot wake, I think. Right. It is protected, but we'll see. Hope there are no compiler issues. Nice. Alright, let's launch it up. Nice, it works. Cool. Now it's saying it again. If I can't solve this by 30 minutes, then I'm just going to continue with whatever I have, and I'm not going to use the singleton script because, you know, mine has different music for each one, and I'm not really sure the proper way of handling that yet. Maybe he does go over it. I don't know. Or I might put it in my to-do list, like figure out the singleton for figure out singleton issue. I'll probably put a reminder like I want to have the game over different. Maybe there's one on YouTube and we could just look it up. You know, why don't we do that now? Because what I'm thinking is a singleton maybe doesn't apply to my scenario. Singleton is if we want to reuse it or create one instance of it throughout the whole lifespan of it. But in this case, I mean, technically we only need one object, but I guess I just want to switch the audio clip. But I'm having issues because it says here, if you destroy the object before you trying to play the sound, because if I did that, if my audio does not equal null, so I wonder what I wonder if we just take this off. Yeah, I don't hear anything. Alright, I just figured that because it was playing beforehand. So why wouldn't it play it this time? Alright, let's see. What is all this? I feel like this is not the right one, but I'm just trying out things. It says cannot play a disabled audio source. I'm guessing it's because we did set the thing to false, and that's what's causing it. So I would need to, let's see if this is the issue, because it's almost about to be 30 minutes, and yeah, I'm just gonna move on. So it's a relatively small game, so it doesn't really matter, but no, it still says, so it's, yeah, it's because it got deleted, destroyed. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't find a solution for it. Oh, so we're just gonna, you have to go to our prefab and just remove it, because we only have technically 3 scenes, and it's not a big deal if I can't apply singleton here. So music player, remove component. So let's see. Well, it's here. Oh yeah, that's the, I guess, the issue here, because then you're gonna din 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 din. Oh man. If not, then if it's we gotta do something like this. Scene. You know, scene. This is not, I don't think this is a good way, for sure. So we're gonna get the current scene. So scene manager, get scene, and then and current scene dot name equals game over. This isn't the right way to do it, I don't think, because then it's not gonna destroy it, but I forgot scene management. Yeah. So what's gonna happen here is that it's not gonna destroy the object, but it will add the music to it. I'm crossing my finger if this works. But so it does work now, since it's not getting deleted. But the last scene does. How about if we just remove the music player here? My audio stop. So what's gonna happen now is that it'll stop whatever this is, and hopefully allow the game over music to only play. Wait, what? So this one doesn't stop the game over scene. It stops. I mean, this one doesn't stop the other one. It stops the game over scene. Oh, man, that's confusing. And I also want to keep the sound at the end too, like, because I want the continuous sound. I don't like it, cutting off and then. Dang it. All right, I'm gonna keep working on it then, because I feel like this is important. So we know that when we go here, this refers to its own music object, which it doesn't have. So it's actually correct that. Go to our music player. Dead City. No, we want game over music. But we have to make sure that we got it at the right path. So we have to drag and drop this over here. Alright. Let me try it again because that might have been the issue. Oh man, that is tough. For the time being, I'm just going to accept it as it is, and then we're going to fix it towards the end because I think we're spending way too much time on this. So, yeah. That's fine. This one, I'm just going to delete this. Let's see if it works. Alright, cool. So we're just gonna move on because I think I'm spending way too much time on it, and that's only for polish too. So that's why I'm going to decide to just work on it later. Alright, let's go. So test you. So we have another quiz. Alright, cool. In our particle system, we can cycle through images from sprite sheet using which module? I think it was a texture sheet animation module. Right, if we go to environment particles, the snow field, texture sheet animation. Which of the following will play sound in our game? Play clip at point, play sound. What is this? Play clip at point. So I think play clip at point is the right answer, but we need to get the position too. Which of our scenes will the following method load? The scene in our game named 1. Why are we getting a red squiggly line in this image? Because we need to return. Yeah, we haven't returned a yield statement yet. What is the name of the website Rick mentions where you can find free art and music? Open Game Art. So results. Cool. Add and display score.
In this video, we're implementing score for our game so that when we shoot enemies, our score goes up, 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 and then when we die, we have that same score presented.
Ooh, that's nice. Alright, so our challenge is to add score. So, first of all, we would need to create canvas for the, I think it's only in the game canvas, unless there's a high score for the beginning too, I'm not sure. I'm trying my best not to look at his code, so because that's the only way you can learn. Kind of start thinking like that type of stuff. Alright, so in our canvas here, there's really nothing. So we gotta create a UI, and we're gonna create a text mesh pro. Oh my god. Alright. I guess I could have just done this. Alright, we're going to anchor this to the top right and call this score text. And we'll go 60 should be good. Go from the right, and then we're going to apply the zombie score. And we're going to kind of make it dark, I guess, or red. No, dark. Black should be good. And then we're going to increase the font like say 50. Yeah, it's too small. 80. Let's see how this looks. Well, we can always just change the color and font later on. We just need to get this set it up. Alright, I think that looks good. So now we're gonna have to have a script. Yeah, we need to have an object called game session. So let's do that. Game session. Then we're gonna need a script called game session. And then in here we're gonna apply it here, and then we're gonna create this as a prefab. Score text. No, it's only for it's only for the whatchamacallit, for the game scene. We also need to add another text to the scene, and we also need to update our enemy script. So let's do the enemy script first. So enemy settings, health, shot, and we could do something like other enemy projectile settings. We have the general settings. So I think as an integer, since we don't want a point, 0.35 score. We just want a whole number. So score value equals 100. We can actually put like a random value, possibly. Like, we don't need to make this a serialized field. We can actually, you know what? I'm gonna try this out because why not? It's all about the learning process. Cache reference. So we're gonna have int or value. So basically we're going to score value. We need to use the random factor. random class. So we need public class random. So new random. Wait. I think random should be here. Yeah. So in the beginning, rand new random, and then rand dot next int, I think. Oh, random integers. But what happens if we need yeah, we don't need int. What am I saying? This is 0, between 0 and 100. How about between 2 and we have 100, so it's exclusive to, let's say, 151. It's like min score value plus 50 or 100. Max score value plus 150. So we can just like do it like that, and then for every update, the score value, or whenever the enemy dies, right? And actually, that wouldn't make sense. You know, we're just gonna mess around. You know, that's how we learn. So you need to make mistakes to learn. So score value, we're gonna say randomize score value. And then create a method, private void, randomize score value, in which we just do this. And then we also need to create a public method, public int get score value, return score value. That's for the score. So we're pretty much done with the enemy part, I think. So let's go back here, let it compile a bit. It says that I cannot declare variable random. Oh, my bad. Private. Wait, really? Is that the only one? We also had head. Oh, header. My bad. Alright, so then I guess, you know, it's fine. Just say I don't like it. Like, it's best to have just one reference. But for some odd reason it doesn't work here. I wonder why though. Let me see. Cannot declare random as static. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, is it because it was getting confused between which random was it from? Was that from Unity or is that why? That could be it, I think. Alright, let's actually not use that then. We can just call, oops. Random.range. Oh wow, it even says it right here. Derp. Random.range. Yeah, I think that should be good. Alright, cool. So now what we gotta do is create our game session or edit our script. So what does game session have? Game session needs to like what does game session do? I think it needs to manage the session of our game. So it would be like one playthrough of the player, right? So it will so then it'd be like how about yeah, so I need to just, if I have an idea, I think I should just go with it and try it out and then see where I went wrong instead of worrying about making a mistake and so forth, because it's better to fail and learn than it is to not try and see the answer. So let's think about it. So our game session, do I need to start an update? We do need to be updating the score, but we don't need to update it every frame, so I don't think that's necessary. Game session, we don't even need a start, to be honest, as well. Alright, so what do we need? What do I think we need? I don't think we need much. We just need to check or maybe update the value of our score text. So we do need a script for that as well. Oops. So we need a script for this as well. Score. Go here. Drop this in here. So definitely don't need that. We do need to create public methods like public void set score, takes in an integer score, and then so we have to get the component. I forgot how we changed the text. So let's go check. Text mesh pro text. So we need to call this, or we need to access this. So get component, text mesh pro. UGUI, is it? Yeah, UG. Equals. I forgot how to concatenate this string. Let's just get rid of this. Oh, it's just a 2-string. Alright. So now in our game session, we do need to access these things. So we need to have a score, and we do need enemy. Oh, we do need a start. We do need a start. I think we're done with this. I think this is all we need to do. The game session is a singleton, so it needs to inherit a singleton script. So that's one thing you gotta be aware of. So let me just write that down. Beware. Yeah, we just take this off. So these are just things to do. I should probably create a Trello board and just have, so that's easier for me to kind of organize things. Maybe next time. But alright, so it's 1 hour already. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be focusing on, getting this to work. I'm gonna probably spend 30 minutes. If I can't make any progress by then, I'm probably just gonna see what he has. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna end it here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.